Ciao. Ciao, chat. Are we out of jail? Are you on probation? Can we speak now? YouTube? Well, come on in, everyone. It's Saturday. Simply a bit congested. But, you know, you don't need to listen to me. I'm just yapping. I just be yapping, you know. Who cares if you can understand what I'm saying or not? You're innocent? I don't know about that, simple soap. Guilty soap. Now we're accent free. Out on bail? Let's go. Cheers. It's the weekend, yes. Welcome on in. It's simply Saturday. I know you missed me last Saturday. You didn't even know what day it is. Me neither. I don't know what day it is, what time zone it is, what country. Is Canada a country? Too real. Okay. I'm back, in case you weren't here on Wednesday, from Italy. I'm not that sick, so do not be concerned. As I just tell myself that I'm not sick. Like, that's how this works, you know? I think it's just, you know, airplanes, people coughing, they be nasty. And when they coughing, they not wear a mask. And we're just like, what is wrong with you? That's the most annoying thing. That did happen on the way there, actually. It was pretty bad. Is that like a story I should tell? I don't know. I feel like on Wednesday, I was still so out of it. I definitely blacked out for that entire like 3.5 hour stream where I recapped my trip to Italy, because I think I was just running on fumes and was getting sick and was like in denial. Now I feel a bit better. I feel more normal that it's been like a few days, and I think I'm back to my usual sleep schedule. We should take out my braids though, because they're kind of nasty, and I thought I would save that for stream. But yeah, you hit it well. Thanks. I'm good at that. She was a child actress, so you look happy and healthy and you are not sick. Exactly. That's just what I tell myself. I wake up and I'm like, I am happy and healthy and definitely not sick, but I will have a day cool. You did a good job presenting the vacation while blacked out. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, you know what pisses me off? Let's start it off stream with a little simply pissed off story. We are gonna do Swatch wheels today. That's what's on the agenda. We're just chilling, chatting, catching up. Also, chat being out of jail is wonderful. That was so painful to me, not having chat. For whatever reason, in case you missed it, YouTube was like blocking basically anyone speaking English. So qu'est-ce que fuck, right? So people were like trying to use accents or like trying to speak in French to like get through. It was crazy. Holo was getting through because that's not an English word, I guess. It was awful. It was like I was all alone for like an hour and a half. Maybe it was 2 hours of stream. It was literally terrible. Now I realize, like, it made me appreciate chat so much. I'm like, I could never stream if no one was there. So thank you. It was rough. It was rough for me being like, no one's here or saying anything, or they're trying, but they're locked up. Yeah, it was crazy. It was awkward. I was just like, I don't know what to do. It felt rough to like not have your questions and like things to react to and like see you guys in the chat. So anyways, yeah, we are back to normal. That's how people had to speak to get through, which is crazy. I watched on VOD. It was probably very painful. Yeah, did we find out what happened? I did a quick Google search after, and it definitely wasn't just my stream. I don't know why. I didn't dig too deep. Like, I don't know if YouTube put out some explanation. What's a pigeon service? No. And said like why that was happening. Obviously it was a bug that affected all live chats for like an hour, 2 hours or something. So I don't really know why, but it's fixed. I wasn't blocking you. Anyways, you know what pisses me off? is people on airplanes. Well, not everyone, but some people. When we first flew from, I guess was it Montreal to, was it Germany? I can't remember anymore. Was it Zurich? I think so. No, that's in Switzerland. Ben, Brussels. We went to Brussels. Yes. Okay, so we flew from Montreal to Brussels, which is like across an ocean, 7 hours or something. My longest trip on an airplane that I've ever taken in my life. Yes, this is true. I have never flown. Before this, it would have been like Mexico was the furthest, which was like, I don't know, 5 hours maybe? Anyways, I flew 7 hours from Montreal to Brussels. And there was someone on the plane who was clearly very sick. And, you know, I feel bad. Like, it sucks being sick. But he was just like coughing out in the open everywhere. And then the flight attendants were so kind and wonderful. I noticed that they were like, they went up to him and they offered him, hey sir, would you like a mask? Like, we have extras if you would like. And then he said, no, I already have one that he's not wearing. And then they were like, okay, like, then what do you do? So they just walk away, and I guess they were speaking amongst themselves. And then they all put on masks. Maybe to, like, normalize the plane. I also put one on at that point. And then they came back, like, a little bit later when they were, like, serving food or, like, had the little cart. And obviously when you're eating food, yeah, I get that. But after the meal service was done, I think they thought they might try another attempt. And it was when they were all wearing masks. So it's kind of like a, hey, food's done. Just maybe put it on because we're all going to be in this chamber for the next day, 7 hours together. And then they offered it to him again, like, oh, did you want a new one? Did you want a clean one? Like, I don't know exactly what they said, but they were trying to be very kind, which is the right move. That's all you can do. And then he took it and hung it up because it was like a tiny little thing where I guess you can hang up a purse or something. He was like sitting in the very front. So there wasn't, it was like where the wall is. And then there was like a little rack. And so he just hung it up. And I could see it, like when I go like this, I could see it from my seat because I was 2 seats behind. And I was just like, fuck. Like, he did not care at all. And it was, what are you going to do? Like, what are you going to do? And it's not even just about COVID anymore. I feel like the world, like everyone, this isn't a cultural thing anymore or whatever. Like, it's been so many years. We've all realized, like, people get sick. Maybe it's a kind thing to do to just, like, if you know you are sick and coughing on a bunch of people, maybe you just wear a mask. Like, that's it. And people around you will do it too, out of like some feeling of mutual, like, it's okay, it's not weird. Like, so that's what I do too. Like, even if, well, I do kind of need it, I guess. Technically, I'm immunosuppressed, but whatever. I'm generally fine and tend to not contract it, despite being warned by my doctor that I will, as I sit here sick. But it's not this man. That was like 2 weeks ago. Anyways, it's kind of like, just like a manners thing, you know what I mean? I don't know. Like, why are you so, like, really? Like, it's okay. We all get sick. Like, no one's trying to make you feel bad. That their flight attendants were super respectful and kind, and they were just very friendly, generally speaking, too. And then I also felt bad for them. Like, one guy ended up, like, putting on, like, disposable gloves, maybe because he has to go to work. He has to, like, keep going on planes with hundreds of people. And, like, now you're going to make him sick, probably. So you should have started booing him. See, I'm not confrontational, and I don't think anyone would get anywhere by going to yell at this person. The flight attendants already did what they could do, in my opinion. If this is, like, an am I the asshole situation or, like, what should you do? The flight attendants already did what they should do, and I think pushing him anymore, it would have gone bad, based on his reaction to the first 2 incidents. So I don't think this is someone that you could be like, hey, sir, this is the 3rd time and the last time I'm going to ask you. Put on a mask. He's not going to say yes. Like, so I don't think it's helpful. And I don't want to be a part of one of those clips where someone gets dragged off a plane. That's, you know what I mean? So I think the flight attendants did the right thing, did what they could do, and I do feel bad for them. Have you tried turning it off and back on? What, the human? Just boo him? I'm not gonna boo. I just put on a mask and was like, gave him a stink. He couldn't see me, so. They should have it as a general rule. They used to, I think, right? I swear Canada did, where like if you had cough or cold symptoms, maybe it was that like you couldn't board the plane. Like that was definitely a rule. I remember that. Like if they noticed any symptoms, they could deny you boarding. But I wonder, yeah, that's like loosened obviously because like people have allergies and stuff too. But I wonder, like there's got to be like out of respect, just don't fucking sneeze and cough on people, you dummy. You dumb. Yeah, he's obviously an asshole. Why is it so hard? I don't know. Like, it was a man, obviously. I feel like if you did a study on this is just my hunch, simply speculation. I feel like the number of stories I hear about this, like it's disproportionately a guy. Obviously not all men are assholes like this, but it's like some weird like, oh, it's not masculine wearing a mask. It's like, shut the fuck up. You are sick. That's pretty feminine of you being sick. It's pretty weak of you, huh? Anyways, not to gender that, but like, it's like, come on, dude, whatever. It's either a man or the wife of a man like this. Okay, true. Yes, it is. It's also that in Karen's, for sure, yes. As the stereotype goes. Maybe he was telling himself he was happy and healthy. He was not. It sounded like flu, like it was bad. And when I walked by him to go to the bathroom, like he was just like passed out, like sideways, like his face like in the aisle, and I'm just like You would be surprised how common courtesy is shocking. I say thank you to delivery drivers and I get such shocked looks because they're expecting me to ignore them or be rude. Yeah, it is like, what the fuck is this? Is it just like how people were raised? Because I was raised to like say thank you and be kind and not cause conflicts, like just general common courtesy. I don't even think it's like anything crazy. I didn't go to etiquette school or whatever that is, but just like, I don't know, average average normal common courtesy, like not that big of a deal, just say thank you, whatever. And yeah, it's still shocking. I'm like, what is wrong with part of humanity? Like, was it socialization? Because then I feel bad for them that they were socialized so poorly and now it's just stuck with them and they don't know how to change, I guess, right? Like you have to give some credit's the wrong word, bad credit, I guess, to the way people were raised, because they can't change that. But like people can also learn and adapt and be taught lessons over the course of their life once they're old enough to like understand repercussions, right? So what is it? Where the psychologist at? I have the impression it's the majority of people like this. I guess it depends where you are, where you live. Living in Canada, growing up here, I don't think the majority of people that I've seen and come into contact in my life are assholes or don't have common courtesy. I think it stands out to me when someone is like that because it's not common. But when I travel, I see more of it, I guess. And I mostly travel to America, you know, for work and whatever, historically. So I don't know what that's saying. I wanted to, yeah, Ben, don't out yourself for like trying to cause a scene. But Ben was like, I'm gonna go tell him. And I was like, no, you're not. Because I witnessed the flight attendants try twice. And some random guy telling him to put on a mask is not gonna help. So Ben agreed. But yeah, like I understand the upset, and Ben was also being in protection mode because he knows I'm whatever. I'm, you know, whatever. It's not just about me. Like it's the flight attendants, it's everyone around in our vessel through the air for 7 hours. Someone on immunosuppressants, this is why I typically just wear a mask and have hand sanitizer. Yeah, but as you know, like it's not just you wearing a mask that absolves the potential to contract any illness. The person coughing can still cough into the air and it land on your clothes, like, you know. So the person who is sick should probably like keep it in, you know. And they should hand sanitize and not touch everything. But of course, you know, doing the most you can to that's in your control is obviously a good thing too. But it just sucks when like the asshole is the sick one. Bunch of sick assholes. Yeah, that's all we can do personally, exactly. Which is what I did. For a few, I fell asleep in my mask. All right. Let's do swatch sticks. And I also want to show you, like, I've been wearing the same mani. I need to count because this is insane. This is like a record for me. I've never worn. Okay, so I left for Italy on Sunday, February 15th. It would have been the 14th, probably after stream. Yeah, right? That I did my nails. So I'm gonna count how many days I've had this mani on. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Exactly 2 weeks. Let's see what it looks like. Hold on, my battery's dead. Might be blowing our noses stream. My apologies. It was the man on the airplane. Actually, no, it wasn't, because that was way too long ago. Hello? Hold on. It's coming back around. It's been on a long flight. Okay. 2 weeks later, this is what my nails look like. That's pretty fucking good. I think this should be an ad for this nail polish. What is it? It's Holo Taco. Now, I obviously didn't wear Peely Base because I knew I was going on a long trip. I'm pretty sure I wore Smoothing Base because that's just my go-to. And the colors I'm wearing is Sacrificial Lacquer, which is a magnetic, done with the super magnet style, so that's why it's like whoa dark, whoa light. And then Not Milky White on my accent nail because Canada, so I could go like this and just be like, it's a Canada flag. Let's take a closer look. You can see the nail polish, or you can see the nail growing out, and then you can see there's definitely tip wear. I always seal in my manicure with a coat of Glossy Taco. And if I wanted to extend this even longer and prevent chip wear, what I should have done that I did not do, because I was just busy enjoying my trip to Italy and it didn't occur to me, was add another coat of Glossy Taco on like day 5, day 6 or something, and recoat the tip. That's a really good tip. If you're on a long week vacation or something and you want to extend your nail polish, just take a Glossy Taco and add like another coat 5 days in, 3 days in, whatever it is. I didn't do that. So this is just straight up 14 days of wear. My nails don't grow that fast, as we have already determined. Simply Nailogical 2018 YouTube. I think was it 2018 when I made that video about how long my it took my toenail polish to grow out. It was like a full year. Now the thumb is not a good example. Look at the thumb. And I think that's because like I use my thumb to do more things. So she's chipped on the edge and kind of down the side you can see a little bit of cracking. But for these 4 nails, I thought that was pretty good. This was an accidental wear test. It survived through an entire trip across the ocean to Italy. Yeah, so after this, I'm gonna redo my nails. Oh, and my other hand I did change because it was way worse, like within a week. So this is fresh. I just did this 2 days ago. When I got home, I was like, fuck, I need to... This is Venetian Views Crushed Hollow from the Renaissance collection. I had been wearing matching red and white nails on this hand, but this is my short nail hand that I don't really care about, so I end up using it just to like do more things, pick off labels, open luggage, blah blah blah. So it was rougher. It also, for some reason, like, I don't really understand, but the nails on this hand are just shittier. Maybe it's because I just care so much more for this hand and like oil it way more regularly than this one. This one I just like don't care. It's also the hand that has historically had eczema, so that's why it's like, I think there's more like scarring of that, so I just decided I don't care about it anymore. So it does chip faster and the nails are shorter. It's the reject hand. Yeah, we don't treat her well, but you know, we get what we give back, and she chips way faster and basically tells us fuck you. It's like the Italian flag. Oh yeah, I didn't even realize that. There you go. See. Justice for the other hand. I have 2 teas. I have my Simply Maple breakfast, and then I have whatever Ben brought me, which is just another black tea with frothed oat milk. I'm just like, anyone else do this? I should probably just pour this into this one. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah. Because this one has a bit of vanilla syrup probably in it. Hold on, I'm trying to get them both in the same mug. Mixing all my teas. 100 layers of teas. Okay. But now I can put this on the hot plate. You can't put paper on the hot plate. That might cause a fire. So they say. There you go. Stunning. I get my hot plates on Amazon. Everyone asks. Best investment. Best like $20 I've spent in my life is a desk mug hot plate. I hate how every time I'm holding 2 drinks at work, that's all everyone says. I have 3 because I have water too. All right. We have a lot of work to do. Your brother. I also got more tape, so if we run out, we're Gucci. Like my sunglasses I just bought. Oh, I should have worn them again. Actually wasn't that impressed with the Gucci store. I mean, I don't think anyone would expect me to be impressed anyways. But it was kind of like, whatever. And same with the Burberry store. Maybe it's because it was the outlet, but I just find that there's just too much minimalism. Anyone else feel that? I'm just like, give me an accent color or like something cool that makes this unique and isn't just expensive because it's your brand name, you know? Like, I literally was uninterested and I wanted to, Ben was like, please spend some money on something designer. And I was like, okay, I'll try. Like, you know, whatever. I could treat myself, whatever, we're in Italy. But I'm just like, I literally looked at trench coats at Burberry because everyone in Milan was wearing like glamorous, nice trench coats. And I'm just like, you know what? Maybe I should get one for the like 2 weeks of spring we have in Ottawa. But then I went to some stores looking at them, like the designer stuff, and I was like, it's literally just beige. It is just beige. It feels nice, sure. It's just beige. And the buttons are like tortoise shell, you know, like how some sunglasses are. And I was like, okay, like, it's just a beige trench coat. I don't care that the label inside. Now, here's the thing. It's not that I hate all beige. I think there could be an interesting beige trench coat. For example, the Burberry like plaid, right? Carry that over to like under the collar or on the double collar or like in the buttons or in the belt or around the sleeve cuff. Like literally give me anything. Like that's your accent pattern. It's kind of cool. Just put it somewhere on the outside. Cause that'd be like a nice little touch. And I still might have considered a beige trench coat if there was like something interesting about it. But no, it was just like there's 3 different ones that were just fucking all beige. Maybe the color of the button was different. Like one button was gold or something. And I was like, okay, I'm still bored. And the black ones were just black. Again, I'm like, you know, like if I could design my dream trench coat, it would be black. But then, you know, like how there's like a collar thing and then like another collar thing. Imagine a dark red, like a burgundy version of plaid, okay? A burgundy plaid, not this bright, this too bright. And these things, the like whatever, the collar parts, pieces, the triangles that come out are the burgundy plaid. And then you carry that over to like the buttons, and maybe the buttons are like a deep metallic red or something. That'd be kind of fucking sick. Like, I would buy that trench coat. Now we're talking, yeah, burgundy deep red accents on a black trench. You could also put the burgundy accents on like a beige trench, so they could have like a light version, light and dark mode. But just like give me something. Like merch now. Yeah, I'm gonna make trench coats. Yeah. Anyway, so I did not buy a trench coat or like any real designer clothes. I bought clothes from like the discount store for like 90 euros for like a shirt, which is not designer. I found a lovely vintage raspberry pink trench coat a couple weeks ago at an antique mall. Seems vintage is always more interesting. Yeah, you're probably right. Where to go? I think Simply would love Barbour and Poochie. What's Poochie? Is Poochie like Gucci? I'll look it up. After this, Burberry coats are famous because they were super innovative for the time, keeping water out while still having vents. Yeah, like they have like the thing at the back that's like open. Yeah. Now make them cool looking though. I just don't want a beige, boring trench coat. I'm not a typical millennial. How did we go from hot pink, black, chains, and fun shit to beige? I saw a TikTok on that the other day. I'm like, yes, I agree. What happened? Like we grew up with colors like this. The wheel is just Magnetics wheels right here. And so much fun and like just crazy patterns and stuff. And now we're just boring. I mean, not me. I'm speaking as the collective millennial. Poochie is more vivid in lots of patterns. Okay, I'm into it. Give me something interesting. Even like Lululemon has gone boring. It's like, solids. No! No more solids. Beige makes me look like I've died. Honestly, same. And maybe our customers agree. That's why they're the worst sellers and we have to retire them. Okay. Wheels. No, painting. Here, let's... Sticks. more sticks. We got tons of Simply sticks. We can continue talking about fashion though. House of Menchie. Yeah, exactly. Give me loud patterns to clash together. Yeah. Sometimes. I don't know if I necessarily want to clash all my loud patterns, but I definitely like need at least one. Like give me something interesting, and then you can tell me it's a $2,000 trench coat. Maybe I would think about it. I'm not gonna think about it. It's just boring. I mean, yes, I know different people have different tastes, but I'm just shocked at the like lack of unique factors. Like what? I could get a plain beige trench coat anywhere, but if you make it interesting and do something that like no one else is doing and you have a brand name, then maybe a customer like me would pay for it. Anyways, that's my pitch to Burberry and Gucci and Prada. Actually, Prada was the only one that of the fancy stores I went in. Not the outlet Prada, the real Prada in Milan, in the like, I don't know what it's called, but like the iconic mall area, open mall. That shop was stunning and did have like more exquisitely interesting things that were, I'm like, oh, there's like a burgundy velvet, or there was a mesh purse. There was a black mesh purse that looked like almost like rocker chic. A little more like my style, I guess, if I have a style that is rocker chic. But it was like just a cute little purse that had black like crosshatch mesh with like a chain on top. And I'm like, oh, that's kind of interesting. But it was also see-through. So like Ben was like, wait a second. If you put stuff inside, you can see everything. And I was like, oh, yeah. Maybe I don't want that, because then it would end up like kind of looking ugly. But at least it was very cool. And that was, I think that was 2,100 euros. Yep. And it was more expensive for the mesh one than the solid one. That I remember. And I was like, you pay more to see through your shit. But that aside, I think Prada was the only luxury store I went into that to me had like unique, interesting stuff. Maybe it wasn't all my taste, but I can appreciate like, oh, it looks like there was a lot of intricate thoughts and different colors and textures used, whereas Gucci and wherever else I went was kind of like, okay, whatever, I'm bored. Burberry, boring. Versace is good. I don't think I went into Versace. I don't know. Thank you so much for having colors in the catalog that I can wear around those at work that can't handle color. We have those too. We have them all. We have options. How many colors and collections does Holo Taco have now? I can't believe it's been 5 years. Oh my god, good question. There is a spreadsheet. It's like 300 and something. What about Fendi? So from when we were window shopping, hold on, let me just open up my big brother, my brother printer. We're gonna print out some labels as I tell you a story. So Fendi caught my eye because there was a sparkly purple sequin purse that we like just walked by, and I was like, oh my god, what is that? But then we were like walking somewhere else, so we just didn't have time to stop. Sacrificial lacquer. Is that how you spell? I can't even spell anymore. So that was done using the super magnet. Yeah, that's right? Why can't I spell? I need spell check on everything. Help me, I'm Gen Z now. No, that's wrong. There's a C, you dum-dum. I'm talking to myself. So there was like a bright, sparkly purple Fendi purse that I just saw in the window. And then I was like, oh, that looks so pretty, but like maybe when we're back, we'll go look. And then when my friend and I were like, we went somewhere different than Ben did. Ben went to explore different things. Well, we went to like the outlet malls basically. And so apparently he went back to the Fendi store to like see it in person and see if it was good and maybe like try and buy it for me. And I was like, do not do this. I like, as soon as we saw it, I was like, please do not go back and buy this because I didn't even see it. I don't even know if I like it. And then he even said that he thought it was like not that nice looking up close. And I think it's because the sequins were so obvious. Sometimes when like sequins are just very sequiny, like it's kind of like, eh. So I think he had the right take because no one should spend $3,000 on a sequin purse, I think. Now, rhinestones, if it was rhinestones, like hot fix, that's like a term they use, rhinestones, that has like a sparkly blingy effect, like my jeans that I was wearing, the brown jeans. That I think is just like, it looks better than sequins. I don't know. What on anything, whether it's a purse or pants. I much prefer real like rhinestones, like crystals. It doesn't have to be real crystal or whatever, than sequins, right? Because up close it just kind of looks like, what is this? My dance costume from when I was 10. Yeah, bedazzled, exactly. Okay, I'm typing out the magnetics, recent magnetics collection. Blurred alert. Playing the field. So thankfully Ben did not buy that Fendi purse for me. I would have been so mad. I would have been like, go return this. Where are the sparkly jeans from? They're from like honestly a third-party retailer that probably gets them from someone else. It's drop shipped, but I'm just assuming. But it's from it's called Edgy Little Pieces. They like ran some Instagram ads on me and it worked. But I am aware that you can find what appears to be a very similar product on directly from other brands that you might find on like AliExpress or Shein, for example. So, but they got me. Polar opposites. You get those IG ads too? I know. Honestly, ads are getting better. Does anyone else find this? Like, the ads that are attacking me are like getting better. They know I want sparkly jeans and like cool patterned tops or sparkly earrings or something. Like, I'm like, this is so niche. How'd they get me? But it's fucking working. Or like different activewear brands. The ads know what you want, I know. You can disable targeted advertising. Not necessarily everywhere, right? Like, I mean, whenever Cookies ask me, like, do you want targeted whatever, I always like say no. But I don't know. It's on like social media, and there's like 8 different types of social media I use. So I've been getting so many more Holo Taco ads lately. There you go. That's a good one, probably, right? Like you enjoy seeing it. I'm not mad at better ads, I guess. If I'm gonna get advertised to, I guess I like being able to discover new things, and then I can decide if I want it or not, right? Feeling Sparks is what I also have in front of me. Done the velvet style. I get got by ads all the time now. I just refuse to look at it for the principle of it all. I hear you. But also, like, not all ads are run by conglomerates just trying to pull one over you. You know what I mean? Like, Holo Taco runs ads so new people can discover us, hopefully. Or so you can be reminded of, like, I don't know, something cool we just released. Like, it's not always like, oh, such ill intention, people running ads. Like, I see both sides, I guess. Not that that's not possible, that it's just, like, sometimes, like, dropship companies, whatever, just running, like, just spending all their money on marketing. But also there's, like, small businesses, you know, who are, like, trying to find ways to reach new people to discover their maybe cool shit. So it's on, I think, the consumer to, like, make that distinction. Like, you get an ad, you're interested, you do your research. What is this? Who is this? You know? Do you actually like it? What are the reviews? Are there reviews on the website? That's one thing I have noticed as a consumer when I get attacked by ads. Sometimes I see, like, a t-shirt. I'm like, that's fucking sick. Show me more. So I go to their website and there's, like, zero ability for a customer to leave a review. And then their Instagram has a strangely high amount of followers relative to, like, no comments. And I'm always like, are there any real customers here? Are there any in the room with us? Like, so then I'm kind of like, I don't know about this. Like, maybe the quality wouldn't be as good as I think, because it's hard to know if anything's misleading when there's, like, no one really talking about it that I can see. So I am kind of skeptical when I see ads and go to the website and then, like, there's no reviews. And it's not that there are zero, it's that sometimes they don't even enable the tool. And it depends. Like, if it's, like, a merch company, I know they just, like, don't do that because it gets too complicated when they're trying to manage multiple merches. So I'm not talking about merch. I just mean, like, a brand that presents itself as, like, an independent brand and then they don't have reviews enabled. What 43 months, that's almost a year. Happy Saturday, Simply in chat. Yay, happy Saturday. And I know I skipped some member chats, so we can do those while I stick these on. Well, I stick it to them. What are you guys doing today? Are you sick? Are you well? Are you cleaning? I know many of you like to clean or organize while I'm doing the same. Well, I'm not really cleaning, but you're hungry? I will be in a couple hours. Okay, here, I missed some of these. Murphy's mom has got it going on. Hello, Simply. I need nail inspo for today. I'm going to water marble, but so decisive on colors. Help. Also, I want to say how much I love magnetics. I wouldn't water marble with a magnetic. I feel like that's overcomplicating, and not that you asked, but maybe, like, some of the opaque linears mixed with some of our cremes. You could do that, and then I would just choose whatever color palette you like. Maybe, like, a teal. If you do Bring Me the Teal and High Tea Hibiscus, I think those are two cremes that would look really nice together, so you could go from there. All right, this is how we stick it to them. Polar opposites. Which is the light blue from the Magnetic Attraction, our newest collection. I don't need to write magnetic, like, it's obvious. ETA on the super magnet, it just restocked, but we're gonna run out. So if you don't, this is all supply chain. So the super it's still in stock, right? It restocked last week while I was away, but I'm aware that quantity is not gonna last. I don't know if it'll go, like, this week, or if it doesn't go, then it will absolutely go, like, the second we launch the next collection. So it's probably not going to be in stock when you're trying to get it during the next collection, because that's probably everyone's plan. And when everyone waits to do the same thing, that's what's going to happen. So if you really want it, I would get it before, because we're going to run out. And the next shipment is going to be another few months probably. And this is all related to supply chain of fucking magnets. It's insane. It's truly insane. Give us details. Those are the details. That we have some from our second batch, but we're unable to get like giant batches just because it's like it's obviously made elsewhere, right? It's not something like we manufacture. We don't manufacture 30-pound magnets, so we have to get it from a magnet manufacturer, and it's very complicated from like a shipping, import, whatever, because it's like strong ass industrial magnets. So, and there's also like a shortage of magnets or something. There's a shortage of fucking magnets. It's too powerful. So this is tough, and we'd already done the like ordering of the next batch, but it does take a while, and we don't get infinite amounts. So this is just gonna be how it's gonna be. Unfortunately. But I'm happy you guys like it. You want it. You like it? You want it. You like my hair? Gee, thanks. Just bought it. Oh, I didn't even take out my hair. I said I was going to. I lied. Shout out to the Holo Taco supply chain team. Yeah, truly. Because I know they must work so hard to source all these pigments and accessories. Yeah, and there's constantly issues that arise. Constantly. That I'm like, stop telling me about them. But there's a lot of work that goes on in the background of like supplier A discontinues pigment X, and now we have to go to supplier B, C, D, A, F, G, I, that's not the alphabet, to try and see if they can match it. But oh, it's not a perfect match, so now we gotta go back. So what do? Oh my god. It is a very tough job for sure. Yes, I agree, and I don't do it. I am not supply chain, to be clear. I just hear about it. And sometimes I feel like I'm asking a stupid question. So I'm like, so why can't they just make more magnets? And then the team is like, okay, let me go back to these super chats that I missed. I swear I'll get through them. Excited for the butterfly topper. What are you talking about? Anna May Simpson 1331. Could you do a snowflake one? I feel like that would be so hard because the glitter would need to be larger in order for it to actually get cut and see a visible snowflake, that it might be like too big, I think. Not that I've tried it, but I feel like that's probably would be the conclusion. How is the Tintin plane? It's one of the 6 special liveries? Is that, I don't know what word that is, of the Belgian airline. I already flew one too. Love to bring goodies for cabin crew. Oh, see, I didn't know that. So Tintin, which is my knowledge of it was a comic that we used to read in French immersion because it was available in French. But yeah, it's what is it? Is it German or Swiss? Pardon my ignorance, but like people replied to my Snapchat stories when I showed a picture of like the fucking cartoon plane. It had like cartoons all over it and like paw prints. And I was like, what the fuck? Why is Tintin on the plane I'm on? But I was aware of the comic, Tintin et Milou, that's like his dog. Is it French? Okay, yeah. I mean, the comics were at least in French. It's Belgian? Okay, it's Belgian. And they speak French there too, right? But yeah, the plane was covered in cartoons of a comic called Tintin, which, yeah, is more prominent in Europe. Or if you happen to be in French immersion in Canada, I don't know. Like, a lot of us who were in French immersion just know about Tintin. I guess, like, the teachers were like, oh, here's a good popular French comic, but literally no one else I know who didn't go to French immersion would know what that is. Very niche. So yeah, we flew on a Tintin plane that had cartoons everywhere. I was like, what? But it was fun. We flew a few different airlines. Normally, like, if we can, I would... Ben is the one who, you know, he's the planner of us in terms of planning the vacation. Normally we would fly Air Canada, because usually we're just flying like from Canada to the States for work or whatever. And Air Canada, that's a very common flight path. But when it comes to European travel, which I've literally never done in my life, there's some Air Canada, but then not as many like flight options. So I think one plane we flew was Air Canada, but then like, yeah, it was like a different, the Tintin plane. And then on the way back, I'm pretty sure it was Swiss Airlines, and all the staff was so nice and very clearly like Swiss, like their accents, and there was like, these ladies were just absolutely wonderful. So it was kind of fun to fly something different and then, you know, experience flight attendants who were clearly like not Canadian, which when I'm on Air Canada, like they're almost always Canadian, sometimes like very like French Canadian, you can tell. But the flight attendants on the way home, because I'm pretty sure it was Swiss Airlines that we ended up taking, were all clearly Swiss, yeah, and it was nice. And they were just like, oh, where are you guys going back to? I can't recreate their accent. It would be a shame if I tried. But it was wonderful, like listening to it was like a soft accent. Like it wasn't as obvious as like a British accent in my Canadian uneducated opinion, but it was just like a little bit. And I just found it like very lovely. I'm going to a concert and meet and greet for Ben today. I don't know who that is. Ben is doing a concert? Crazy. I'm bringing a bottle of Pop Rocker to give her. Very nice. Okay, we're done these sticks, which is wonderful. Now I suppose we should start putting these on so we can start to see what am I missing? What else do I need to paint or print? And then yes, I will go back to super chats. Let me just grab actually I'll get that after. Let's see. So let me do some sorting. Let me look back here. Excuse me. BB No Money Girl, please tell them about my Plum Luck Waste of Space mix-up. I deserve to be shamed. Oh, was that you? No, it's all fine. We all make mistakes. That was definitely waste of space though in your picture. It's okay. Sometimes I get confused. Like, which ones of these are magnetics? Let's see if I can figure it out. Okay, I'm making a pile of magnetics. See, that's thirst trap, not magnetic. Hold on, let me go back. I found a lovely vintage. Oh yeah, we read that one. Hope Swinton. Burberry coats are famous because they were super. Oh yes, we read that. Queen is tomorrow Menchie Gang stream? Yes, it is. I apologize for not putting it up yet. I should have done that yesterday when I put up this stream. But yes, Menchie Gang stream will be tomorrow at the usual time, 2 p.m. Eastern. It's not 2 p.m. in Italy. But yeah, it'll be tomorrow. That's our end of the month monthly stream. So does Leak Week start tomorrow or Monday? Neither. You have really starved the Holo Taco detectives this time around. Feed me Simply Seymour. What are you talking about? I was in Italy. What kind of leaks do you expect to see there? What could I possibly be wearing other than like Team Canada nails? Leaks will be occurring. But here's one. I did not swatch the next collection. Well, like I did a little bit of it, but I didn't do the normal, like all the iterations of swatches, and you'll understand why. It'll make sense why Simply did not swatch. Amateur nail art. You can find good quality minimalist items for much less. Yes, I agree. I'd rather spend my money on experiences, trips, new tattoos, or concerts than designer items. Yeah, I agree. That's why I was like literally kind of like annoyed but also happy that like no designer expensive coats or anything really spoke to me enough to make me justify the money that I could have spent. I was like, customer waiting to make a purchase, but you just, it's just not good enough. So, you know, money not spent, money saved instead. Simply, how many new rows will be added to the trackable? You'll have to find out. Pay attention. 43 months. Woo! Happy Saturday, Simply in chat. We already talked about the super magnet. Sick and 37 weeks pregnante. Congratulations. Working my second job while sick and teaching all week sick was brutal. Can't wait for some new polishes to make me feel better. Damn, that's brutal. It's tough being sick. Nail polish does make me feel better. Maybe just don't sniff it. I don't know why I just did that. Mom, Pretty Privilege restock when? Love you and Pretty Privilege. Also, I turned 36 on the 20th. Once again, you raised me. Aw. I raised you and you're 36? Damn. I was a young mom. Resting for the day. My back hurts today. Hope you feel better. I'll answer the... Yes, so a couple of the magnetics sold out as we like restocked the super magnet. No! Of course this would happen. I don't have an answer. I know that they're working on it, on the magnetics restock. I think there's just 2 that sold out, right? Was it Playing the Field and Pretty Privilege? I don't know. I've been away. But yeah, all the new magnetic polishes will be restocked. So that bundle will be available again as soon as we get those back. They're not limited edition or anything. And they're not like low supply shortage like the super magnet. It's just too many people bought them, and then when 1 or 2 goes out of stock, then the bundle's out of stock. But the warehouse or manufacturer should be working on it. It's just, you know, sometimes it takes a little bit, but as far as I know, I don't think there's like a pigment issue or something. I just think it's a quantity volume thing. But yeah, we'll get those back. You can also hit notify me. That's probably the best way, because we may not necessarily like post an announcement when it's restocked. So just hit notify me. And here's a trick. Like you could hit notify me on the bundle, but also just like one of the shades that's sold out, just in case one of those fires earlier than the other. It's like a system. It's a program that fires off the email. So I don't know, if you're just trying to like, you want to be first, that's what I would do. I'd sign up on the notify me for both the bundle and then whatever one of the shades that's sold out. Like we don't manually trigger it. It just, the system should do it. And sometimes it does it at different times. I don't know. Okay. Perfect. So here's all the magnetics. So let's get the magnetics on. Who has my magnetic wheel? Been loving Playing the Field. Yeah, that one's my favorite. Shit, I know it's sold out. Any info on the next sale? That'll be the loyalty sale, which usually lands in April, where you get a discount depending on your tier. So if you're Holo Royalty, you get the highest discount, and then if you're Holo Swatcher, a little bit less, and then if you're Holo Explorer, a little bit less. But that is just for existing customers. Splurging on special experiences / saving on consumables is highly relatable. Next time Team Home and Goes, they're winning gold. Yeah. They deserve everything, honestly. I think like people in sports people who are more familiar with sports and whatever, think that their team is like #1 in the world. if you look at their history of how they play, history of tournaments, you know, past few years, like their records, and that's how people who like really know sports determine that. Whereas the Olympics is like one time, just a few games, whatever's gonna happen happens. Like it's tough, you know, to judge based on a limited time of chances, basically. But I think most people in sports agree, like, they are number one in the world if you look at their portfolio of games, portfolio of nail polish. But it was very cool to see them win a medal. Very exciting. Okay, so here's all my magnetics. Wow, beautiful. And we're gonna add, see, these ones I could make a super magnet for. Now, Feeling Sparks and Off the Grid we did last time. So let me decide what order I'm gonna put them in. So I think Unmagnetized should be last. No, it should be separated by the cat eye line, I think. Because then it's clear what's what, yeah. So I'll put cat eye in the middle. I'll show you what I mean. So here, for example, sorry, 1 second, let me just tighten this. So Feeling Sparks from the Camping Collection, done 3 ways. I've labeled Unmagnetized, this one. So it's Unmagnetized, Cat Eye, and Super Magnet, or Velvet Effect, which at this angle looks similar to Unmagnetized, right? But it's not. Because when you turn it over, you get that like crazy dome shift effect that can only really be appreciated like in motion. And that's what gives you that kind of 3D gel, like, you know, that people think, oh my god, that's the gel manicure, where'd you get that done? And it's like, no, I did it myself. So it really is a in motion. Oh, the flakes popping on the super magnet version is very cool. So yeah, you can't just really take a screenshot of that. Feeling Sparks is a good one. She's a goodie. I'm glad she was like, I don't think she was a top seller, but she was in the opinion poll survey. She did very well, right? Who did their homework? All right, where's Off the Grid? I did my nails last night with Playing the Field and Shooting Star Taco. I magnetized them using the glass bead effect. Amazing. So pretty. Okay, let me go back because we will get through these. Got my magnet and re-upped on all 12 of my unicorns. Woohoo! Thanks, chat, for the magnets help. Yay. Read that. Andrea C., the lawyer trainee. Christine, did you bring me back a nice Italian man? Also got rejected from my dream Ottawa law firm. Aw, so I will not be joining you there. Do I work for a dream Ottawa law firm? Aw, I'm sorry. Sometimes the big firms, though, like, they're very competitive, right? And you can also get some really good experience from like a more boutique place. And then use that experience to then apply to the big firm if that's what you want later. Oh, I didn't answer your question. I did not bring you back a nice Italian man, unfortunately. What did I notice about the men? I'm like trying to think. It was mostly like other male athletes that I like hung out with, I guess, because that's who we knew or like, knew through someone, and they were all very nice. Some Italians, some British, some, is it Scottish? I don't know. Some Swiss. One thing I did notice when we were in the club in Cortina, there were actually at both clubs, the club in Milan and the club in Cortina, there was disproportionately like way more men than women for sure, like 100%. But no one did anything like weird or creepy. Whereas I feel like even in Ottawa or like Toronto, there's been more like, okay, like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really want to talk to you. No one, it almost seemed like there was just a lot more staring and looking than people, like men trying to come up to you, like ask if you want a drink or whatever. Like, literally no one did that at all. And then, but if I plopped the exact same situation into Ottawa where, like, you know, I was hanging out with girls or whatever, then like, yeah, someone might come up and try and sort of talk to you and be like kind of weird or whatever. Not that talking to someone is weird. That's not what I mean. But just like the behavior was very different. There was just a lot of staring, but like no one was coming in my space at all. No one was near my space. I don't know. And we were clearly like North American looking, I guess. like we did not look like the locals, like me and the other girls, right? Like some of the girls I was with were like clearly very blonde. Maybe I blended in slightly more, I don't know. But they were just like, I think what was local Italian men just sitting there staring as opposed to trying to do anything weird. Maybe they were staring because we looked weird. Maybe they were like, who the fuck are these dumb tourist ladies? It could be that. I don't know. I notice you and Jen follow Hammy from the Scottish curling team. Such a small world. Why? Are you Scottish? Are you Scottish? I can't do that accent. Yeah, he's funny. We've met him like a few times. Well, they're all friends with like Team Homan too, right? A lot of the curlers from like different countries, like they know each other. And so when they go to events, whether it's the Olympics or I don't know, other world events, they all kind of get along, which is kind of cool to see because like it's not a world I'm in, right? I do not exist. My profession is not that of an athlete, obviously, but it's kind of really fun and nice to learn that all these athletes who, whether they competed against each other or not, when they get together through these like world events that bring them together, because normally they're not in the same place at the same time. So many of them are like good friends. They like to hang out, and it's kind of nice. It's like a good cozy feeling. There's like sportsmanship, and then there's just like friendship amongst the sports people, if that makes sense. And then I try and paint their nails. I have painted many curlers' nails at this point. Probably like at least, well, okay, the ladies, obviously. But if I'm thinking of male curlers, I probably painted at least like 6 or 7 of them. From like all different countries. I'm just like, can I paint your nails? Cool cat mom. We need to put her on. So let's do her here. Yeah, sometimes if they forget my name, I'm just like, I'm the nail girl. And then they're like, oh yeah, nail girl, nail girl. Like, you don't need to know my name. I'm just the nail girl. Okay, let's put a unmagnetized. Is that first? Yes. You're drooling at these Swatch sticks? Yeah. It's like when YouTubers I like know each other and then are friendly with each other. Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. Like a bunch of sports people, they're friendly and then they go out and hang out and party together. Even though like you wouldn't expect that because they're like, I don't know, on different countries, different teams or something. Okay, let me go back to this. Jelly, what? Star Shot, what? Hi, Simply. Thanks for the magnetic collection. I'm so in love with them. I can't stop looking at them. Thank you, Odd Black Cat. They really are beautiful. Stunning. Polyanarchy, splurging. Oh, I read this. Yes. Missed a few of your streams. Welcome back. I had a grippy sock vacation. What's a grippy sock? Like the socks with the things on the bottom? When I got out, though, they said take donations. I went through all my Holo Taco and donated about 40 so people could use it to help cope. That's so generous of you. I'm not entirely sure what you mean, but it sounds like you did something really nice. So that's great. You gave away your Holo Taco? Amazing. I did my nails. Oh, I read that. Yes, they came out pretty. Susan, simply love you. I'm glad you had a great vacation. What do you think about the cheating controversy and the Canadian men and women's curling team? I've seen all the memes. I think people are laughing at it at this point. To be honest, like yes, I've seen a lot of curling, but I am not someone who like knows who knows the rules and whatever. So I'm just kind of like, what's going on? You know, like I defer to others. I think what I have gathered is that it's not, I don't want to misspeak, but from what I understand, people who play the sport and actually know about curling and don't just tune in to the Olympics every 4 years and like think they know, don't actually think it was that big of a deal to the point that you would call it cheating. Is it like an infraction and maybe you should just reset or something? Then like, yeah. But I think it got blown up to the point that people who don't really know about it just went with it, and Americans probably loved the opportunity to like shit on Canada, I think. So that's probably what happened. But then again, memes are funny, you know? Even if you don't really believe it, like it's not like that, you know, serious of a thing. I don't know. Like the memes were good. But again, I'm not a rule book. I don't fucking know. Okay, I'm just there cheering on the ladies who we are a sponsor of. So unmagnetized. No, look, the hole is covered by the sticker. I'm gonna have to punch it. I mean, okay, I don't know if he's nice or not. I actually don't personally know the man, to be honest. And I don't know what is cheating. I think people, like, do you know curling? I think what people also, like, realize later, but, like, no one wants to, it's not being propagated, is, like, a lot of people kind of accidentally do this. This is just what I've heard. As if, like a mental, like, go forth. And if you look at footage of like people from all sorts of competitions over the years, like, yeah, that kind of happens. And people don't really care because it's not really contributing from my, you know, non-sports lady perspective. It's not really like gonna help you. It's just, for some people, it's a motion thing. It's like a carry through. It's like a dance. But, you know, technically, yeah, I guess people have called it an infraction. I don't really care to defend an individual on a sport I am not an expert in. Just because I, like, sponsor doesn't mean I fucking know. I think there's a lot of people who don't know anything who've said things. And I'm not gonna be that person. I think the memes are funny, though, so... The Olympics are strict on rule breakers, even stripping medals off athletes. Yeah, so why there wasn't anything that was stripped, right? So I guess, like, from my layperson understanding also, like, if it was that big of a, you know, then wouldn't they have not been allowed to win? Like, no. So I don't know. That's just like my also, what if I look at it that way? But I don't know. Ben knows more than I do. Oh, we didn't label these. Okay, we have to print these labels. No, we weren't talking about the hockey game. We were talking about the curling controversy. That I think at this point we can just all agree the memes are good. The men's hockey, like, I don't really pay as much attention to men or hockey unless it's gay. Okay, heated rivalry, I pay much attention to. But the Canada versus US men's, I don't know. But yeah, I did see or hear about like that Donald Trump call, which, like, is anyone surprised that any of that happened? Like, not really. I'm just like, yeah, okay, sounds like what I would expect. Back to heated rivalry, like, can we just get those hockey players? Like, that would be the kindness they have shown. And I know it's a fictional TV show, but, like, be more like them. Respectful. The bar is in hell down here. Too long, didn't read. The men disappoint us once again. Yeah, honestly, that's how I'm just like, yeah. Shocking. Not really. You get grippy socks when you stay in a health facility. Oh, sorry. Okay, I didn't realize. A grippy sock vacation is a stay in an inpatient mental health facility due to risk to yourselves. Oh, I just learned something now. I'm feeling much better now. I'm glad you are. Sorry, my ears are a bit clogged, and that's why I'm kind of sick, so I apologize for had to go to the gym and get a workout in after the hockey finals because I was fuming. 3v3 overtime sucked the soul out of me. So Ben went to the game. Did you guys know that? Like, if you were on his stream yesterday, he told you, and I don't know if I told you on Wednesday. I was blacked out. But Ben traveled, like, we went from Milan to Cortina, which is 4.5 hours away, because we went for the curling to watch the ladies, right, in Cortina. But then, like, on the second last day we were there, Ben went back to Milan, another 4.5 hours backwards the other way, to watch the gold medal game between Canada and US, the men's hockey game, right? And unfortunately Canada lost, so that sucks. Ben traveled all that way, paid for a ticket. Just him went back because A, the travel was insane to, like, go back and forth, and B, the tickets were very expensive even though he got it a while ago. So he went alone, and yeah, the Canada lost. Boo. But then he met us back in Venice, so he had a huge travel day. Crazy of him. But yeah, I guess it sucks for Ben in Canada to not get that. But I don't know. Personally, I'm more like I just want everyone to have fun, you know? I just want everyone to be kind, respectful, and, you know, celebrate. But we could do that without shitting on other people or teams or genders, you know? But some people just don't know. They just don't know. Pretty privilege. So let me just make sure. So that is, yeah, the super magnet. Yeah, I've seen, like, I know you guys are citing a bunch of whether they're players or sports commentary people. Like, I'm not super familiar with it because it's just not in my algorithm or something I've like paid much attention to, but I'll like listen to Ben and other people talk about it and how this is dramatic and how someone said this and whatever. So yeah, I'm aware. I just like, I don't know. That's why I'm like, don't have much to say about it. I'm a little ignorant on who's who said what, other than Trump and the players generally. Lust in translation. I bought a PS4 and The Last of Us. I haven't played games regularly since my Sega Genesis 1993. You're a pro compared to me? No. But it's fun. You know what's the best game? Is walking around Venice. Doing a perimeter sweep of Venice. Crazy. We walked like 25,000 steps one day in Venice. It was crazy. Let me just see if I missed one of these. Okay, perfect. We are caught up on those chats. And what do we need to paint? So we need to paint some unmagnetized versions, actually, of the new collection to put on this wheel. So why don't I just proactively do this? Unmagnetized. You cannot see it. Let's copy that so we have it. Ben, that's such a rich person thing to say. The best video game is walking around Venice. That does sound really bad now that I think about it. Yeah, guys, what's wrong with you? Just go walk around Venice. Like, that's the best video game. Just fly across the ocean if you're in North America. Yep. Simply Illogical is so out of touch. Literally cancel her. She doesn't know about Canada cheating and curling. She thinks you should play video games just by going to Venice and walking around. She doesn't know what players said what because she doesn't remember their names for the hockey stuff. I don't know, man. I'm just here making swatch sticks of my nails. What's this one called? Pretty Privilege. Oh, I can't spell. Privilege. There we go. Perimeter sweep your house. Yeah, it's more fun to do Venice, but yes, we just perimeter sweep. Take a vacuum and perimeter sweep your baseboards. That's a fun game that we all need to do. You know what I mean? Alert. Also, can I just say, like, now that some time has passed, but when the fucking men's Canadian curling thing first happened and before the memes started and everyone was just like screaming, you know how many fucking DMs I, Simply Illogical, received of people asking me for what I thought? I'm not an athlete. Like, you don't want my understanding. Like, I saw other athletes who were like professional curlers, you know, give their take and whatever, and like, what do they think is blah, 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 blah. Like, yeah, and as they should or can if they wish, because that makes sense. Like, I would listen to them. What the fuck do I know? Just because I'm Canadian? Because The women's team uses our nail polish. Therefore, I will understand what is happening. No. No, guys. Like, I'm not a sports commentary person. Even though I've been watching a lot more and, you know, it's been really nice. Like, I do not purport to be. I don't even curl myself. I can't. Like, I'd probably fall over. I have terrible balance. Sounds like a podcast discussion. It sounds terrible. You don't want my take. I don't fucking know. And one thing's for sure, I would never be like, well, here's what the women's curling team had to say behind closed doors. I would never do that either. So, no. You know, I'm a professional hair curler. Overnight hair curler. Exactly. We're missing. Where's playing the field? Oh, there. Are you the Canadian ambassador? What, like to the country? Yes, I'm the ambassador for the country of Canada. Any issues you have with Canada, please comment them down below. I'll get Mark on the phone. Let's go. It's not Justin anymore, it's Mark. Tell us about Italy food. Well, Ben did on his stream yesterday. He did his entire stream just through food, whereas I had a little bit more than just that. But I did walk you through my Snapchats, which had some food in them. Overall, I thought there was more that I could eat than I thought going into it. Sorry, not that I could eat, but just that I prefer eating. I prefer, like, you probably know this about me. I prefer eating, like, substantial protein and, like, good complex carbs and, like, good fuel food and, like, garbage bowls. Does that make sense? So I thought I might struggle in a place like Italy that apparently is like known for breakfast croissants and just pasta, right? I was pleasantly surprised that I was able to find like way more like seafood and like I got vegetables on the side. Like, so for the most part, it was good. It wasn't just all pastries and pasta. I was able to find stuff that works. Can you please start shipping to Italy? I wish, but your government doesn't like it. And sorry, not just a Holo Taco thing, but it's a nail polish thing. They have all these weird administrative rules that just make it impossible or very challenging. But if they change something, we would be happy to. I just messaged my best friend to tell her that you know Hammy, and she was like, what is her connection to curling? I know, it's so random. People like, yeah, I was just there. I saw him at I forget, one of the curling events. He was there. Oh, I saw him outside the club too. At like 2 a.m. in Cortina. Tell him I say hi. I'm painting his nails next time. Didn't get a chance. Buongiorno, Simply. Glad you had a great time in Italy. I brought 3 shades from the new collection. I'm currently obsessed. Currently wearing polar opposites. Such a good one right there. Okay, we gotta do this one. Stick this on. Woo! So yeah, food was pretty good. Maybe in Milan and Venice, there was just like so many more options, like places to go. It wasn't just exclusively pasta, but we went to places where you could get pasta, and the people who chose that for their meal like really enjoyed it. But you could also get like all these different seafoods, and I had shrimps or prawns or sea bass or something really good. But yeah, I liked it. Breakfast was a little rough, I think. Yeah, breakfast was harder to find. Like, I think my favorite breakfast ended up being like at the hotel. It was their buffet. And they had a lot of stuff at the buffet that seemed more universally tourist friendly. Like, they just had everything, so they covered every base. Like, they had croissants and pastries and whatever, but they also had scrambled eggs and sausage and cold cuts and fruit and Greek yogurt, or like very thick yogurt, which was fucking delicious. Greco. Delicious Greek yogurt. So much thicker, I find, than what I'm used to here, even though I always thought I liked the thick ones here. So that with like granola, and some cherry tomatoes, not on the yogurt, but just separately. Some little fruit preserves. So my favorite breakfast was like a hotel buffet breakfast. The orange juice was like blood orange. It was delicious. But if it wasn't for that hotel breakfast, it was kind of rough for like me to find what I like for breakfast-ish. Because and Ben said the same thing on his stream, that we're not really like want a bunch of sugar for breakfast necessarily. You know, it's just not really the best way for me to start my day. I just would make me want to go to bed, honestly. I don't know how the Europeans do it. You think you should know a little bit about the team because your brand is sponsoring the team? Yes, Team Homan, not the men's team. We're sponsoring the women's team. So, who we love. I had no idea that was a European thing. What, croissants? I don't know if it's all Europe, but there was croissants and cannolis and all these other, you know, basically like butter bread pastry flakes. How did you go about sponsoring Team Homan? Well, we give them money and we get our logo. That's how. Sorry, I'm answering dumbly. I don't know. I've always liked the idea of women who can do both. And you guys know that from me, mostly from an educational stance, right? So I've always promoted education, but also in the context of like, go education, but also whatever your creative passion is. As you know, I've done tuition giveaways, and then I opened my scholarship at Carleton University, which is where I went. And the whole premise of that was like, women can do both, right? Like, you can be an academic and serious in your studies, in your respective discipline, but also explore your creativity, paint your nails, or whatever creativity that means to you. So by extension, that logic of like women can do both, I thought also nicely applied to women in sports, right? Because sometimes maybe people perceive women in sports as like not the same level as men, or like, oh, they just care about more vanity projects or like whatever. But I'm like, no. Women are multifaceted. They're diverse. They can do multiple things at once, and one doesn't take away from the other. So in the same way that I feel about education and, you know, being a creative individual, I feel the same way about like women in sports, even though I am not an athlete. Like, I don't relate because simply not an athlete. Okay. But I can appreciate how, you know, women in athletic programs might have faced challenges from like how people perceive them in a similar way to like women in education or corporate jobs or whatever that I have experienced. So yeah, there's so many ways to be a lady, exactly. And you can be powerful and competitive and professional in your sport and also have fucking sick nails. So that's why I was like, I like it. And they were looking for, I'm assuming, like also different types of sponsors than the usual types of brands that might sponsor a sports team. Like, protein shakes or whatever. I'm generalizing, but like, you know, like what you would expect to sponsor a sports team. So I kind of like the idea of like a nail polish company, mine, sponsoring a sports team, because that's not something you see every day. I don't even know if there's other beauty companies. I mean, I'm probably wrong. Like there might be a couple, but it's not common, right? Like, what's another beauty brand that's a sponsor of a sports team? Like, maybe you can find a couple, but it's disproportionately not that. So I kind of liked that. So it was a mutual benefit. So that's how it came out. It came to be, sort of, I guess. And yeah, and I'm somewhat friendly with them too. They're all good girls, and it's a fun time hanging out with them. So skincare brands with sunscreen. Oh, maybe. Yeah. But it's a bit different than like a beauty brand where it's about expressing yourself or your creativity. Sunscreen has like a functional, you know, like, oh, protect your skin because, you know, you're in the fucking sun snowboarding or whatever. Women do be shopping, exactly. That's what I think women in athletic programs, but also education, face a lot of, right? Like the men in their discipline are just like, yeah, women be shopping. So I like to highlight the multi-talentedness of women in whatever it is, whether it's academics, and then more recently as a part of this, the goal of the sponsorship in sports. Even if I'm not a sports girly, like I'm not pretending to be, and I never will be, but I can really respect and appreciate the fucking work that is put in to being a professional worldwide athlete. Like, insane. And also look cool doing it. So I also like they're all wearing their favorite shades, or, you know, the ability to do like your country's colors and your shades. It's fun. Just a little accent. Big multinational owned beauty brands tend to sponsor women's teams for a season or two as a stunt. Maybe like when someone gets popular, they're just like, oh, here, take our product, show it off, bye, and then that's it. But yeah, like I think women in sports teams need meaningful sponsorship too, just like in any industry. You can't just like send someone a free product and expect that to like change their lives or improve their ability to do sport. Not that every brand has the budget or it makes sense to like sponsor. I'm not trying to shame brands who like don't sponsor. It costs money, right? It's an investment. It is marketing too, but Simply says she's not athletic, but did mad camping, including carrying canoes across land. And lifts weights. Yeah, but I'm not like a sports athlete. First of all, I was a child when I carried canoes across against my free will. And I don't compete or do anything with like a sports team or against others. So that's what I mean by like I'm not an athlete. Like I just do my own thing by myself in my basement. So I think there's a whole different mental aspect and physical challenge to like truly being in like a sports league, right? And that's your profession. Like the toll it takes on you is not the same as the toll me lifting weights by myself with no one watching me in my basement. Like it's not, they're very different. Okay, I'm gonna do a quick pee out the tea. So refill your water, refill your tea. And let me know what ads you get. We're back. I always get ads for business stuff. Why? Maybe the universe is telling you something. Ad for getting pregnante quickly and effectively. Oh no, Leah. What does it mean? All right, we need to paint the new collection unmagnetized. Yep, I'm just looking through my wheel. Oh yeah, I forgot you could see this screen too. And then all these need to be super magneted. But let's start with the new collection unmagnetized. I'm sore from being an athlete. What the fuck are these fried eggs? I was pleasantly surprised that there was a lot of eggs in Italy too, which I like. Okay, we're gonna not magnetize these magnetics. Just unexpected. Fried egg topper when? What? Crazy. I think that is a wonderful thing you are able to do. You support men and women in whatever they do. I'm not meaning to discredit you or your brand. Oh, Susan. Oh, good. Oh, good, Susan. I love your brand and watching your vids. Oh, was it you that I... Oh, yeah, you were like, you think that I would know what my team is doing. And then I was like, we sponsor the women's team. Okay. All good. Actually, I think I've met 2 of the curlers on the men's Canadian team. But ironically, I feel like I know some of the male curlers from like other country teams better. I don't really know why. Not that I'm like besties with any of them, but just when I see them. I'm like a sports groupie now. Bacon bits topper? Oh my god. Wasn't that like red flake taco? That was kind of bacon. We already did that. Breakfast collection when? Italian men's curling team, also hotties. Hey, I arm wrestled one. He let me win, I think. Bacon bits and eggs. We've done the bacon bits. What's an egg taco? Like, what does that even mean? Like a scramble? Gold scrambled flakes. Kind of like the OG gold flaky Holo Taco, like that. Bring that. Should we bring that back? No, I'm just kidding. We shouldn't. We are actually working on a topper that is gold. But I don't know if it's gonna work out. Yellow flake topper, not gold. Do you want it to not sell? What is this? Sabotage. This one is so pretty unmagnetized. This is polar opposites. Simply, we need a breakfast collection featuring a fried egg topper. Perhaps BB No Money no could spearhead the collab. Why? Does he really like eggs or something? Is he into eggs? Like a yolk. Oh, I see what you're saying. What if it's just like a circular yellow dots, like like yellow polka dots, and we call it the egg yolk taco? Literally 2 people will buy it, and those 2 people are in this chat right now. I think shades of yellow would be better off mixed in with other shades in kind of like a pastel polka dot vibe topper. That way it would sell. And obviously we try and make things that people will buy, otherwise what's the point of doing all that effort? Nobody wants it because they think it's ugly. All right, those are drying. We'll do a second and third coat. We can call it the deviled eggies. You put red flake taco on top. A taco like shooting star or sweetheart or garden party, but it's little hollow fried eggs, a white shape with a little orange dot in the middle. That would be probably not possible because all the glitters I've seen are like cut from sheets. So you have to picture like a sheet as opposed to a little like drawing where there's like stamping of different colors in between. Like that's not really a thing in Glitterland. It's just like a giant sheet of glitter that's like cut out like in like little hearts or whatever it is. But maybe an egg taco is like large hex like this type of shape, standard large silver hex glitters, and then yellow orange smaller circular glitters so that they kind of fall. It's like the yolk is just like falling out, like it's not necessarily always in the middle. They can overlap, they can kind of come on top like that. Do you think that would sell? Fried egg taco, easy over taco. Hey, we're on to something. Yeah. Now we're talking. Now we're taco-ing. With bacon strips in it. And bacon strips and bacon strips. No, I feel like the bacon strips should be optional. Like you can add that yourself if you want. Like what if you're not into bacon? Okay. What if you're vegan? Well, then I guess you're not having eggs, right? Wait. Yes. Sunny side up taco, yeah. Okay, well, you know, sorry to disappoint, but we're already working on our 2027, at least the first half of the year calendar, and egg tacos are not in it, but I could bring it up to the team, see what they say. You'd use an egg topper for Easter? You're not wrong, but that's a very limited possible marketing opportunity that I don't know if it justifies all the work and resources we would need to put into it for such a limited opportunity. That's the tricky part about like doing holiday themed stuff. By holiday, I don't mean like Christmas. I mean any holiday, whether it's very explicitly like Valentine's Day or explicitly Halloween, right? Like you have a limited window for people to be interested in it. And so that kind of can eat away at your ability to, you know, like make back what you invested in it. Because, you know, similar effort is required from resources, supply chain, or whatever, regardless of whether it's only going to be able to sell in like a couple week window or sell all year. So that's why I think a lot of beauty brands don't always so explicitly do like, this is a Christmas collection, this is a Halloween collection. Like the vibes might be there, but that's to allow it to carry. Unless they like intentionally are doing it like that and it's limited edition. But I just mean more generally. Like with us, with our magnetic attraction, like these guys I'm painting now. It's kind of got Valentine's Day vibes, but it's not like the Valentine's Day collection. Wear only now. Well, last month. Or no, 2 weeks ago. What year is this? Where am I? What country is this? But like things you can carry over because they're not limited edition. What's the polish you just painted? That's Playing the Field from the not Valentine's Day collection, but it's unmagnetized. I'm painting them all unmagnetized. You guys know that you sell out of every limited drop eventually, not always immediately, usually not immediately. Check your statistics. So would it matter? I mean, yeah, because I don't want to do limited edition every opportunity there's a marketing holiday. Just because, you know, like we will do limited edition, but I try and do not limited edition and then maybe something there's limited edition. Not that it's a rule every other. It's not that frequent, but yeah, I don't know. Like the packaging of the Halloween collection, for example, that needed to be limited edition because like we're not going to keep that around. But we kept all the shades, with the exception of my birthday shade that was a thermal RIP. But it's just a balance. It's a balance of doing it sometimes. The next collection, the nail polish in the next collection is not limited edition. Again, you're welcome. Is Born Ugly coming back for April Fools? Do you want it? Would that be a funny joke to bring it back? Like, it's so ugly we had to do it twice. It's not a joke anymore. You guys bought too much of this last year, we had to bring it back. That's so funny. Yes, we would. I think it would be funny. Bring it back. Please, I missed it. Joke's on you. It actually sells. It actually did sell. And hey, get this. The totally unplanned, but when I went to Milan, fashion capital of the world, I got to witness firsthand how much of that like tarnished, burnt, brown, olive green, like, you know, the ugly Pantone color that became Born Ugly was in some of the fashion stuff. Like I found myself noticing that color, or at least that the palette from which that color is from. And I was like, wow, like this is so true. It is technically the ugliest color in the world, according to market research for cigarettes, where the goal was to dissuade consumers from smoking, right? It's unattractive in that sense, but it's attractive in high fashion senses because it's earthy, it's dark, it's moody, it's kind of unique, and it is a good base to have other colors complement it. Like it's it's a good grounded color in like a wheel of high fashion colors, I guess, that kind of goes with a lot of other high fashion colors. I noticed it a lot, except in Burberry trench coats. Where the fuck was that? Like I would have dropped $2,000 immediately if Burberry had one of their trench coats in the Born Ugly color. Then I would have bought it. But no, they just had like beige and black. So, but I did notice the color in more like there was like a cargo jacket at Burberry that I thought was really cute. The fit was all wrong, so I was not interested. But it was in the Born Ugly color. And yeah, like some belts. There was like Gucci had a lot of belts kind of in that color palette. And I did notice some sunglasses that were kind of that nice deep olive green. I just don't think green on sunglasses with my hair right now works the best because my hair is kind of reddish, so then I'd like look like a walking Christmas. So maybe when my hair is not as red, then I would go for the Born Ugly sunglasses because I do really like that color. April Fools or not. Lots of winter jackets are that green? You're right, yes. The thermals being retired hurts my heart. I'm sorry. Because thermals are truly my favorite. Yeah, they're probably always going to be that way, to be honest. I don't think we're ever going to have perma thermals. I mean, never say never, but I just think it just doesn't really make sense for that formula. And also, the pigment is so specific, kind of like magnetics, where like if the vendor changes it, you're kind of fucked. So for that reason alone, it's just easier to make it limited so that you never run into that issue of not being able to make it the same the next batch, is what I mean. All right, we painted. Now what else? Oh, we still have these sticks, so I'm gonna move these over, let these dry. Oh no, I have to put a Glossy Taco on. You dum dum. I'm talking to myself. Okay, let's place some of these on while those dry before Glossy Taco-ing. You need to paint the next collection. Yeah, later. Okay, aqua glow-in-the-dark taco that you can't see. It's just white. Kind of silly, but whatever. It's going on the topper wheel. Look at this wheel. This is my legacy. When I die, bury this with me. Actually, no. I'm gonna be cremated. So burn these with me. Burn my Swatch sticks with me. But here it is. This is what I wanted to do to change the world. And I believe we have achieved it. So I could die happy now if I had to. But these are just all different toppers that Holo Taco has released. Over black and then white, which aren't as obvious, but you know. Beautiful. Let's put aqua on here. This is where obsession begins. Yeah, I am slightly psychotic. But look how much fun I have. It's a museum of tacos, okay? You go to Italy, you see the Duomo. You go to holotaco.com, you see the taco. The Swatch sticks will melt. Well, so will my bones, I think, right? That's what happens when you're cremated? I don't know. let's get these sticks on. So we've got quite a medley. Oh, there's a thermal. Now I need to think about which sticks to put these on, because I have some Crellies in here, some glitters. Like, where's my glitter? Waterworks. Beautiful, stunning. So the wheels are kind of all over the place, but I have been trying to keep the formulas together, which gets tricky, I know, for some things, but whatever. Waterworks for sure. I'm just gonna load her up here. Love that one. Your bones don't melt, so they crush them. Oh, that's nice. It's a good visual. I mean, like a hydraulic press. I've seen those videos. Not of human bones, relax, but like, I don't know, a ball. The glitters are so pretty, I know. We need more. We need more, but people don't buy them as much. I know this chat does, probably disproportionately. Okay, frosted metals also purchased by this chat disproportionately. I know this one couldn't have been purchased individually, I know, but just generally speaking. Are they on this wheel? Yes. Is the next collection limited edition? The nail polishes in the next collection are not limited edition. If they sell out, they will be restocked. But then after that, we'll probably get back to limited edition. Okay, what else goes on here? These are glitters, and then I had like Vacation and I Need Space and After Party. So I kept those ones by collection theme, which is just getting silly, honestly. Like, I should kind of redo it. I don't know, man. Like, where do I put Cool Ranch? Probably with Underglow, right? Ice Angel should go with linears, I feel. Oh, Seek Help can go with Off the Deep End. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Join her family. Under the Sea. Are there non-nail polish items in the next launch that will be limited edition? You fucking put me in a corner and caught me, didn't you? Jennifer Wallace 13. I suppose the answer is C. Well, you didn't hear it from me. Okay. Where do I put Thirst Trap? Like, we have enough of that formula to just it be like the micrometallic foil flake for it to be kind of in its own area, but I think I've just been putting them all around the world. What am I? So far. Okay. I'm gonna have to work on the easy ones first because this is getting too complicated. So, Dead Serious, Multichrome. Let's find that. That should be an easy one to knock out because those are obviously gonna go here with our other multichromes. So I have multichrome and light mode. Oh, and then I do have some of the metallic foil flakes here. Fuck, I'm just gonna throw it there then, I think. Okay, Dead Serious can go right here. I'm guessing the royalty collection is in April. That would be a good guess. That's not the next collection. Is it February still? I don't even know what month it is. We're not releasing anything in the month of February. Spoiler. I mean, is there 2 days left or 3 days or 4 days? I don't know. Is this a leap year? RIP to your birthday if it is. And it's your birthday's at the end of the month. Okay, I'm just gonna put thirst trap here. Like, we just need to start building, not by collection, I think, but if it matches a formula, then I'm gonna try and keep the formulas together. Because I remember all the collections well, but I think it's better to be able to see like colors in similar formulas. I know I just have the 2 there, but we'll work on it. Now, where do I put Crellies? Where have I been putting Crellies? So there's Devil's Advocate. Maybe I should just break up Dark Academia. Yeah, we're just gonna do that. Sorry, Dark Academia, you're getting broken up. And I'm gonna add just Vamping. Silent Night. Where's Feral Forest? And also So Toxic. Thumbs up to yes, same. This is the last day of the month. Oh my god. Really? February like feels like it just didn't happen. Anyone else? Like, what happened to February? And what happened to Feral Forest? Oh, it's right there. Okay, these are all of the Crellies, minus the pink, which I put on the limited edition wheel. Sunflower, you okay? Crellies. Yeah, February was way too quick. And not just because it like was a day or 2 short. Just it was just too quick regardless. Is tomorrow Menchie Gang? Yes, I just haven't put it up. My apologies. Will the next collection minus the limited edition item fit in the 6-slot shipping box? No. I had to count. I'm like, wait a second. Simply counting is hard. Okay, we're gonna Glossy Taco these guys. This was the new magnetic attraction collection, not magnetized. So we just painted them, you know, straight up, no magnetic. Wow, this one is so stunning. Like, it can kind of be a neutral if your workplace requires. Is it nail oil? Now it should work. Is what nail oil? Sunflower. I could tell you it's not sunflower scented nail oil. Although, what would that smell like? What does a sunflower even smell like? I love a good glossy taco. I missed it. Malinkai13, thank you. Menchie Gang, Menchie Gang, Menchie Gang, Menchie Gang, Menchie Gang. We'll see 5 extra of you tomorrow when we do our extra bonus Menchie Gang stream. The topic will be whatever you want it to be, as long as we're not in jail anymore. That was torture. No YouTube chat jail, thank you. Okay, let's move these over. Will Shrimply Mart return in business? Yes, on Wednesday. We will go back to running my own store. We're gonna get Barilla pasta and all the other Italian pastas. Okay, we still have these guys to organize. Let's do Underglow for Cool Ranch. Yeah, let's throw her there. Even though she was from royalty, like the originated via royalty, I think formula-wise, Underglow is where I'm putting her. Micro Shimmers is really what I should call her. Let's put it here. Oops. The wheel is too strong. Oh, okay, there. Put her beside Camera Shy. And Phantom Glow. Look at those. Pretty. I like the supermarket game. I don't know why. Honestly, same. Like, why do I like stocking shelves at a supermarket? What's wrong with me? It's kind of a vibe. That's what we do on Wednesdays. We run to Costco and we stock supermarket shelves. Okay. Oh, you know what? Pirouette Pink kind of looks like I could put it in the rock candy section, right? Because it is crushed hollow with shimmer. Huh. I mean, yeah, obviously different color palette, but from a formula perspective, I think it kind of fits right in. Can you blink twice if the next drop involves Sophia? Where y'all getting your information? All right. Let's put her... I kind of don't want to separate the rock candy, but it's fine. Okay, that's it for you guys trying to get intel out of me, okay? You've already gotten enough for the next launch. Detectives have been fed. Don't pretend I don't feed you, children, okay? Fed you lots of Italian pasta at this point. You're on your second, third course. What is this? Does the next collection have 1 or 2 toppers? Well, if you did the math from my last answer, maybe you could have deduced something. I have to let you figure out. I can't just tell you the answer, okay? You got to do it through a riddle. You got to do math. Yeah, you're getting too close. Where do I put Trick or Trash? Like, this is kind of a unique one. It's not quite an off the deep end shade or formula. Okay, I'm gonna do Ice Angel and then I'll think about it. Ice Angel's easy. I just throw her on the linears, even though she has a bit of shimmer in her, but that's fine. Let's put her after 50 Shades and before Toe Beans. Beautiful. Let's take a look at these. Ugh, I love linears, but they're getting so hard to make. Beautiful. This was really like peak Ivory Princess linear. All right, Simply Deceased, that's me after my trip across the world. We'll go on the limited edition wheel, I think. That's where I have the other thermals and everything else. But this wheel is kind of getting too big because I should really start diversifying it by formula. And also we've got like some duplicates on here, which like don't really need to be on the limited edition wheel because they're not limited edition anymore, like everything Taco, for example. But I don't know, I wasn't trying to keep this wheel updated with like at present, you know, because that's just annoying. But it is kind of getting too clunky and too much going on here. So I think what I'll do is I'll just add Simply Deceased beside the Mixed Emotions collection. I think that makes sense. And for some reason I have two. I guess I made one thinking I would put Halloween on its own wheel, but I don't think that's necessary. It's just... Oops, sorry, spyglass. All right, where do I put Trick or Trash? Or Call Me Vixen? Ah, fuck. These formulas are too, like, kind of one-offs, sort of. That's where it's the problem. I think I could put Call Me Vixen if I break up, where's Dark Academia? I'd say it's most like Ivy League. Yeah, if I had to find another one that's like kind of close to it, let me show you. So that's Ivy League from Dark Academia, and there's Call Me Vixen. I'd say they're very similar, but Call Me Vixen has added scattered hollow, but like how they layer and the type of jelly and shimmer is similar. So I'm just gonna break up Dark Academia and put it there. Otherwise, who knows? Oh my god. Oh my god, I almost died. I'm so dramatic. Must be careful. They must be very careful. Hey, Lake. Call me Vixen, everyone. Be quiet. Do it up. I don't want everything to fall off my wheel. That is a pretty Christmas combo. Simply, my water marble turned out so cool with the teal vibes. Yay! It's in the Discord nail art gallery. Amazing! Should I find it? Found it! Beautiful. Wow. Oh, that is very pretty. Oh, you went full teal. Oh, I really like the hollow with it. Is that mint mojito or circuit breaker? Can't tell. But absolutely beautiful. It reminds me of those like turquoise stones. Very pretty. So it's not showing me your name. It just says M because I'm on stream mode. So I'm... And also YouTube blocks. Oh, there, Murphy. Murphy something. It always cuts it off. I don't know why when it's a super chat. Very stunning, Murphy. Yeah, it's like a teal zebra or like those beaded glass things. Or like Italian glass. So another thing I saw in Italy a lot was really intricate glass work. Like in a lot of the little shops in Venice, they had like glass stores that had all these beautiful little trinkets or bowls or shot glasses or like different vases out of blown glass, but not just like clear or tinted glass, but the way there was like a string of color through it or like a ribbon and everything like that was really beautiful. My friend bought like a pair of shot glasses that had these little almost like geometric flowers in different colors laced into them. I thought about getting some, but I just felt like I'd need to get like a set of 6 or something for it to like make sense for me. So I was just like, I don't want to, I'm going to break them in my luggage. So I didn't. I was too worried about it breaking, but they were absolutely stunning. But yeah, Italy is known for their glass, right? If we had more time or we were there longer, Ben was talking about this as well, that like it would have been cool to go to like a glass blowing, whether it's a guided tour or even like a class of some kind. That would have been kind of sick, but you know, we were on a limited schedule and we already did like 8 million things per day we were only there for like 8 days. No, was it 7 if you subtract the actual travel days? It wasn't that long. My newest orders come in Monday. So excited. Yay! How did you travel across the ocean? On an airplane. I have never been on a plane. Do you have plane anxiety or are you not fazed by it? My reluctance to travel across an ocean hasn't been because I'm afraid of flying. I've flown every year of my life at least once since I was a baby because my grandmother used to live in Florida, so we would always fly down to see her. So I also think part of it is if you were raised like as a child going on planes, you're probably less likely to have plane anxiety when you get older. I'm just simply speculating here. I'm sure there's real research on this, but it would make sense to me because once you've been doing something more as a kid, you're like, whatever. The people I know who are more plane anxious didn't go to Florida every year. Like, I'm just sorry, that's very specific, but they didn't fly as much, or they just have never flown. So like it actually makes a lot of sense that if you've never flown much, that you would have plane anxiety. Like obviously, like if you've never driven a car and then now you got to get your license, no matter what age you are, obviously you're gonna be like have anxiety to do it. So I think that there is a correlation there. That being said, like I don't love flying. Like I'm not like, yay, let's go in the fucking air in a piece of metal. Like I'm not like excited about it. Like I don't love it, but I just try and distract myself. I download music, or if there's a screen in front of me, watch something, or I play like fucking Diner Dash on my phone. Or whatever, or I just talk to Ben. I actually like looking out the window because it looks pretty fucking cool. It actually looks really cool looking at the landscape, taking pictures from above. And if you watch my Snapchat, like, you know, I always like filming takeoff or landing, and then I speed it up, and I'll probably film like a minute worth of footage of like and then speed it up into 10 seconds, and it kind of looks cool. So I don't have that anxiety, but I also get that it is fucking crazy that we're just like in a piece of metal in the sky. But I'm sure there's resources that aren't me who have, you know, some advice on like how to get yourself on a plane that isn't just like take drugs. You know? Which some people do. I don't like doing that because I want to be alert in case something God forbid something happened. I'm also a little bit psychotic. Like I kind of like being like, oh my god, where are we going? What are we doing? What are we doing? I'm like a squirrel. So I find it really hard to sleep on airplanes, even on the 7-hour trip that was overnight. Technically, like, our goal was to sleep. So it was 7 hours, and then we took another plane that was like an hour and a half to get to our final destination once we were in Europe. But I was just so excited to get to where we're going. What are we doing? What am I taking pictures of outside, that I didn't really get to sleep that much because it's just, I'm wired, and in like a good way. Like a squirrel. How was the sciatica? I just make sure I stand enough. Like I will still go to the bathroom on a plane multiple times on a 7-hour flight. I know some people who are like, oh, I purposely don't drink any water when I travel so I never have to go pee. And I'm like, that sounds terrible for your body. Like, you need to stay hydrated. And also when you're in like a fucking airplane, right, at altitude, don't you need more water? I don't know. I feel like I've heard that, but I'm not a doctor. I just try and still drink the usual amounts of water that I normally do, even if it means I have to pee. I just, you know, I wait till the seatbelt sign is off. I stay hydrated. I don't, like, I always feel drier, like my throat on a plane. I'm not trying to dehydrate myself and feel worse on a plane. I just make sure I put toilet paper down on the seat, or I squat, one or the other, to make sure that I can avoid as many germs as possible. Wash your hands, blah, blah, blah. I use like my sleeve sometimes to like open things or a tissue, whatever. But like a girl's gotta pee. So I will always continue to drink water and pee on an airplane. My boyfriend has a fear of flying, and what helped him was a World War II pilot talking about how he'd fly with bullet holes in his plane and made it just fine. There you go. Other people have done much more challenging things in the air than us mere passengers on a leisurely plane to a leisure destination. Peeing in first class is very different from the rest of us having to climb over 2 other passengers. We'll just sit in the aisle. I have to climb over Ben either way. On some of the planes. I'm like, Ben, I gotta pee. He's like, yeah, like I knew someone who would just sit in the aisle so they could avoid that because they also like to pee a lot. You know, up to you. If you can choose your seat. I like the window because I need to film. Content creator. I also just like to be in control of the blinds. Like I want to decide when it's sunny or nighttime. It's either climb or be climbed over. Yeah, exactly. Okay, here, let's do a poll. Where do you sit? You're on an airplane. Where do you sit? Aisle. Window. Or middle. That's unhinged. Now, let's do a not applicable I won't fly. Okay, so I have an option if you're like, no, fuck you, I'm not flying. Now, not all planes have a middle, right? Some planes, depending on the size of the plane, just have like 2 and 2, so there is no middle. There's only window or aisle. But on the larger planes, I'm saying this for the benefit of people who haven't flown. I know that a lot of you know this, but on some bigger planes, there'll be like as many as 3 fucking like aisles. Where you'll have like 3 people and then an aisle, and then maybe another 3 people and then an aisle, and then another 3 people, right? That's like the biggest plane. I feel like I've only once in my life, or maybe not even, I don't even think I've been on a plane that big. The biggest planes that I've been on usually have like 3 aisle and then 3. I could be mistaken. There could have been 1 that was bigger. But the most common plane that I've been on would be shorter flights. So like from Ottawa to New Jersey, a couple hours. From Ottawa to Toronto, literally like 45 minutes. Those planes are almost always the smaller planes that are just 2x2. 2x2, and there is no business class or first class on those planes. Your seats are the same. You're just in the front. It doesn't make a difference. Those are the smaller planes that are more frequently flown for like short distances, at least within North America. The like giant fucking planes are, from what I'm now learning, is like where they go, you know, across the ocean, which is not a common plane type that you would find otherwise. You're only is it 2 hours? I can't remember. It's very short though. I feel like it's not a big deal to fly to New Jersey. And anytime that I've flown to Florida, which used to be every year of my life until almost around COVID time, it was always like a 2x2 smaller plane. I guess because it's such a frequent flying path and it wasn't far. It's like 4 hours maybe, depending on which direction. You've never been in a 2x2 plane? Really? You've only been in bigger? Maybe you've flown more longer distances? Or maybe the bigger planes are just more common on the other side of the world, or from an origin in the States, maybe? Maybe it's because I'm just like in Canada and we're just like, we got a lot of small fucking planes to get you to the connection place. You've never been in a 2x2 plane? Really? That's like the most common plane I've been in is 2x2. You didn't fly commercial? I mean, aren't I always flying commercial? What do you mean? I've never flown private. I don't have a PJ. You think I have a private jet? I always fly commercial. What? I don't understand the question. Okay, let's see what chat has flown. You're on an airplane, chat. Where do you sit? 25% pick the aisle. Interesting. You can get up to go pee really easily, but other people are gonna climb over you. 65% said window. Okay, that I can get behind. I agree, because I like to look outside, take some videos, take some pictures. Cities look really cool when you're really high up. And so does like the countryside or rivers. 3% pick the middle seat. What is wrong with you? 3% of you are psychopaths. Do you have a friend? Someone you can call? Get the help you need. That's crazy. That's crazy. You pick the middle seat? And I didn't even say like context was you're with your besties or whatever. What if there's... Oh, it dropped to 2%. Okay. And 7% of you said not applicable. You won't fly at all. That's pretty low. That's good, I guess, right? That it's 7%'s low. We're like, no, I will never fly. But yeah, windows is where it's at for sure. And you're in control. If you don't want to look out the window, you can close it. So think of that too. You can also make it not sunny. More importantly, do you sit at a table on a train? I saw the table, the one train I took in Europe when we did our partial journey from Milan to Cortina. We took a 2-hour train for half the journey. I think it was like, what's it called? The Trentinado? No, Trentinado? I don't know. The major train in Italy. And I saw the tables, but I don't think we were able to get the tickets that had the table. But I saw them. And there was like a 4-person quad that looked pretty sick, but the tickets were sold out or we couldn't get them or something. So Trenitalia. Trenitalia. Yeah, that's it. I think. Right, Ben? Trenitalia. But no, we didn't sit at the table, but I wish we did because there was 3 of us. But I saw it. I would have sat at the table. What's wrong with the table? There's people on their laptops there, like, doing work. I'm like, that's pretty sick, you know? Work on the train. Table, yes. Backwards, no. So, our seats were backwards. But we didn't even notice. I think we thought, we were like, oh no, like, because we got split up. It's just the way the tickets worked. So, like, me and my friend sat backwards and Ben was like at the other side in the same cart sitting forwards, or maybe it was vice versa. Like we could have moved them around, but someone had to be backwards and we were like, oh, I don't want to be backwards. But then like once we started going and I kind of went in between Ben and Bestie throughout the 2 hours, just because I don't know, say hi to each of them, charge my phone, come back, and I literally didn't notice being backwards. I also thought it was going to be a problem, but maybe it's so high speed and so stable that you didn't like realize it. If you looked out the window, you'd realize it, but I didn't feel like I was backwards and it was making me sick. Not like when we were kids and there was like amusement parks and you'd like fucking spin around if you were upside down. It was pretty smooth, yeah. This is coming from someone who has never taken a real high-speed train in her life, because any of the trains I've been on in Ottawa or Toronto, they're not high-speed. They're not. They may think they're fast. They are not high-speed. So I was like, oh, this is kind of nice. I could do this all day. And the scenery was very stunning for some of the trip, yes. Sometimes you get a better view backwards. Yeah, good point. On tables, you often have to face strangers. Yeah, I guess I wouldn't book that if it was like just me and one other person beside me. So Ben tried to book like, I think he tried to book all 4, but it just didn't work out. Yeah, it's the GO train or Via Rail, neither of which are true high speeds. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if the Europeans in chat know this. There's like not good high-speed rail where we are. They keep trying to do it. It's just not working. I don't know. We need your help. Please educate us on how to build proper high-speed rail infrastructure, because I just keep hearing how like Europe is amazing for this. And then I'm like, we can't even get a fucking normal ass train to go through the city and not break down. Italian trains are amazing compared to other countries. Yeah. It was a very smooth, easy ride. The train station in Italy was like confusing, but that's because I don't speak Italian and I was like, what the fuck? Like, where do I go? But I think once you know what you're doing, it's then less intimidating. But it was very like huge. There was like 8 million platforms. I didn't know how to carry my luggage because like we had luggage and you can't just go upstairs. So I had to figure out like where the lift was. But everyone who appeared to work there was wearing like bright yellow jackets. They're probably used to tourists being like, what the fuck? So they were just like, take the lift, like they knew, you know. So it was very helpful. It looks like an airport, kind of. It was a very big train station. But there was always someone there to help. Even the girl scanning your tickets, like she saw we had luggage, so you couldn't scan. You couldn't walk through like the smaller, like automated, like easy ones where everyone was just scanning their phone and then going and they knew exactly what they were doing. So the attendant there was like very helpful. She could tell we were like, what the fuck? And so she just like took Ben's phone that had like all the tickets and like went through them one by one and escorted us through the larger slot, presumably for people with luggage, and was just like, okay, go this way. Like trying to get. But everyone was pretty helpful. Except for that one Uber driver that Ben talked about in this last stream. All right, I think we just diverted. We went off the rails, off the track to more travel discussion, but that's good. I think what I'm gonna do is go have a little lunch. Because we're all stuck out. We're sticked out. But let's take a quick look at the beauty of Swatch sticks on wheels. Look at this. How insane is this? I love the sounds of them. Anyone else? Fashion. That's why they call me Simplyswatchlogical. So much pink and purple. What? Shut up. Not really. I'd say like it's quite colorful. Like we have all the colors. Beautiful. Hey, be careful. What if there's another pink and purple coming? What? Okay. Some people buy them. Actually, that's most people. All right, Menchie Gang, I'll see you tomorrow, 2 p.m. I'm going to put it up after this. For the rest of you, I'll see you on Wednesday. We're going back to the store. We got to get back to work. The Shrimply Mart and our customers need us. We should probably get security. I think we need security by Wednesday because people keep stealing my shit and I have to hit them with a baseball bat. Like, that's so unhinged. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope you have a wonderful, relaxing rest of your weekend if I don't see you tomorrow. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see y'all later. Ciao, lady.